Hi everybody, welcome back to Double Team. And today we will be discussing Noragami, which is a series that we both like and wanted to talk
Noragami,
about.
the anime specifically,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, we're talking about the anime only, season 1 and 2. So if you haven't seen that show yet, we will spoil a lot about it. So just a warning, but we can do like our general thoughts now.
Well,
Um,
I guess we can just cut to the chase and say we both recommend it.
yeah,
So
I
that's
was
why
going to
we're
say
talking
that.
about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. We both recommend it because it's been
it's
a
awesome.
yeah, and it's been a series that has surprised a lot of people, I feel like, when it came out as well, because it kind of aired in a season where there wasn't a lot of good stuff. I remember, especially the first season, and then we also had a second season. Everyone was excited, and it turned out great. So, yeah, without spoilers, we definitely recommend this series. I feel like some comedy and action and supernatural kind of anime. So.
Yeah. I
So
don't
yeah,
remember it came out in a season that was weak. Like I have
it was.
really bad memory for that sort of stuff. I'm just like I remember the show.
Yeah. I remember it came out in the winter season like 2 years ago, and it was when the Pilot's Love Song was on, and like
Oh, it was
CX
that
Ignition,
season.
and yeah, like
Yeah.
the really bad shows were airing back then. And that was like the only one that really surprised me that season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it from the beginning. The
Mhm.
show, I think it's what's like the characters like for the first few episodes, the characters like Yato and
Yeah.
even the girl really surprised me in like how funny they were and their chemistry together and like how the story started, I guess.
Mhm.
So they dragged me in. Yato dragged me in, like especially Yato, because Yato is just he's Bay,
Kamiya
obviously.
Hiroshi doing Kamiya Hiroshi things.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Uh,
Yeah, for me it was like when I saw that it was gonna air and I saw the trailer and all of that, I was like, this is exactly what I want
mhm.
because it's urban supernatural fantasy things.
Yeah.
So I really like that mix rather than just I don't usually watch a lot of high fantasy, just pure fantasy anime anymore.
Mhm.
But the ones that mix other elements or supernatural with city settings and stuff like that, I'm so into that. And of course, I saw there was Kamiya Hiroshi, and I saw the trailer, and everything looked great as well. And then the opening song,
Oh
and I was,
God. Both opening songs are so great for this show.
they
Uh,
really, really are.
Definitely like some of my favorites of all time because of the
So,
show.
so yeah, the first impression of the show in general, like, is really, really strong. I feel
Mhm.
like,
Yep, I agree.
but
It was typical on one hand though, because it's like, oh no, someone's gonna die and we're gonna rescue that person. But I didn't mind because they kind of gave it a twist on how it works and stuff. So for
yeah.
me, that was nice to see.
I really, really, really like their take on like phantoms or the
Oh
spirits.
yeah.
Like the design is really, really nice, and
Mhm.
most of the show seems really light and really funny, and the humor is there all the time.
Yep.
And then you get like these creepy ass monsters that with very distorted voices, so it's
Oh
just
yeah.
so creepy instantly. It works so well, which is something that I think about Noragami in general. The sound design is amazing.
Yeah. They
Just
did
how
a
they
really good
use
job.
that, or like Nora's bell, the sound that you hear every
Mm.
time she's about to show up, it's just like instant response. You just go like shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. They did do a really good job, and has done this one, and they really surprised me because it had been since Fullmetal Alchemist for me Brotherhood, where I was really impressed by like what Bones did, and then Noragami came along, and I was like, oh man, they're doing
Yeah,
such a good job. Like, I'm not gonna say that the animation is on point every time, but when it has to be, and with the fights, it's always like really good and
yeah.
entertaining. And especially like you mentioned, like the sound, that music is like really modern music that they are playing. Like I cannot describe how it is.
Well, you have like the soundtrack is a mixture between like modern, I guess, anime style music, but like
Yeah.
action music. But you have a lot of traditional instruments. So you have like
Mm.
the shamisen and stuff like that. used in that way, and it works so well. Like I always remember that very well in the sequence in which Yato is doing his incantation to like ward off the spirits.
Oh yeah.
They have like the very specific track that plays, and it's not overpowering over the scene, but it's just so atmospheric. So it gives it like, it still feels like it's a modern show. It doesn't go all the way into this is old stuff Japan.
That's true. Yeah.
But at the same time, it has that flavor that you're like, yeah, there's something supernatural about it. So I really, really like the entire, like the soundtrack, besides the opening and endings and all of that. The sound is just great.
I agree.
So I guess going into the actual seasons, like, what do you think of season 1 and versus season 2?
I don't know. Like, it's different because on the second season they kind of focused more on Bishamon, and then at the end of the series it was more about Yato again. Well, it was about Yato and Bishamon together, but the first part was more Bishamon alone and developing her, and then the second part was with Yato. But I have to admit, I was a bit more excited for season 2, because season 2 really kept me on the edge of my seat and being like really excited every time an episode ended, and the cliffhangers were so goddamn horrible because I had to wait every week. And I feel like for the first season they kind of like, I don't know, they kind of took their time to like develop some characters, and obviously we had Yukine coming in the first season as well. So, but I do have to admit, the first season was already really good for me. But the second season, for me, made it even better. Because, I don't know, I had so much more feels for the second season.
I agree completely. Like, the first season is really good, but what kept me there was, like, I was interested to see where it was gonna go. But I didn't get that many details yet. So, you had a lot of setting up. The season 1 is basically that. You do have a lot of Yukine, but most of it is season 1 is just setting up the thing with Bishamon that you have no idea why they're like on each other's asses all the time. You set up the thing with Nora, but you also don't get a lot about that. You don't get a lot about Yato's past, even though you start knowing, like, you are told that he used to be a god of calamity and kill a lot of people, and you're like, what happened in the meantime? You're introduced to like Kofuku and like other characters that show up in season 2. Bishamon's regalia, what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Kazuma.
Oh, he's so lovely.
Like
God.
He's great. It's true. Him and Bishamon are just so perfect.
I really loved that development for him and his backstory. It was so lovely. And that was also something that I didn't expect to happen, to be honest, because I thought it would only be about Bishamon. I didn't think they would like focus on her regalia so much, but then man.
It was really, really nice, because you got all of these elements from season 1 that I think season 1 basically the goal was making you fall in love with the setup, but not actually. It's like a teaser.
It is, yeah.
Because even with Kazuma, you're like, okay, you are on good terms with Yato, and Bishamon is not. What went down? Like,
yeah, I'm really glad that got resolved and that we actually know like what's up with him.
Yeah, we started learning more and more. Of course, season 1, like for me, despite me enjoying the whole thing, the best part was Yukine's arc.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Because they did it very well, and it was suddenly so serious too. Like they were making silly faces all the time, because Yato's face is amazing.
Yeah,
like, % of the time.
His cat face is amazing. He does that
it's so great. And then when he gets like real serious, which is just 10%, he looks super hot. So it's like there's no losing.
Yep, that's true. Because he has gorgeous eyes as well. So I mean, can't miss him.
Yeah. So but going back to Yukine, that's what I was talking about. Because first, like, of course, you got he's a brat and he's going through a phase because he's a teenager thing. Yeah. And he can't be like other boys, boo. But then, like, it got so, like, they developed it in such a logical way, and it wasn't just him, like, throwing a tantrum or something like that. So I started feeling like, really conflicted because it was like, I really like him, but I hate that he's like doing all of these things. But at the same time, he's not doing them because he's okay with it or just because he's an asshole. He's like in a lot of suffering. And for me, I think like the last part of that was the strongest that I remember was the scene at school.
Yeah.
When he goes to school and is like, nobody sees me and I can't have a normal like school life.
Yeah.
And he just starts bashing all of the windows. And I'm like,
I know, that was really hard to see. What I remember the most about his arc is the whole thing where like even Yato almost starts crying when he's like freaking out, when Yukini is like freaking out, and when that monster is like coming out of him and stuff. I was like, whoa, what the hell is happening here? That was definitely like a shocking moment for me because I didn't expect them to get into that so deeply either. And I agree with you with not liking him, but still liking him as well. Because I had the same thing. Like when we met him the first time, I was like, "Oh man, this little kid is adorable." And then you saw how he really feels, and you're like, "Okay, I kind of get you, but you don't have to be so, I don't know, a brat about it." I guess
it does make sense.
Yeah.
And like even further down the line as well, I started like, of course, Yato is great, but Yato is not very nice a lot of the time.
No.
So like I do see some of the points that Yukine has, especially I think more in season 2 because we get to see the other side of the coin a lot more in season 2.
True.
Like just Yato just suddenly goes with Nora and doesn't show up for ages, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I would be broken as well if I would be Yukine because he has done so much for him, and then
that part was really weird. Even story-wise for me, I didn't really get... Like, it felt like a huge jump between Bishamon's arc and suddenly Yato just disappeared and went with Nora.
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, I don't know why. I think maybe they wanted to make us aware that, okay, now we're jumping into another arc. It's not gonna be about Bishamon anymore. So I guess they kind of went from Yato being on good terms kind of with Bishamon and kind of trying to figure out what happened and then just switching to Yato, which was fine, but I feel like the thing with Yato wasn't long enough. It had to be a bit longer, but I feel like at the end of the series anyways, a season 3 needs to happen because there's so much more.
No, they teased for season 3 for sure at the end of season 2.
There's so much more about Yato that we still need to know. So I'm really hoping if we get a season 3 that they will finally like kind of focus on Nora and him and his past and all of that. Because we had his father as well. Yeah,
which was
weird.
That's what they ended with. And I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's part of what makes the show so good, I feel like, because we have a lot of smaller arcs or other stories, and we get little bits of Yato, but they're constantly teasing us with, like, you don't know anything about this guy. Like, the end of season 1 was like that as well. Like, you just started learning about the characters, and then they just came up with that villain that was only there for, like, 2 or 3 episodes, so they could have, like, a build-up. And they were like, they used to be buddies when they were killing people, and now they're fighting it off, and now the season is over, and you still don't know about Yato.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, I had to think about the sweetest moment in the second season, which was Yato getting his own shrine.
The shrine! Look, I cried so much in season 2. I know you don't cry in anime, basically. But...
I mean, it was close. It was really close, because I was so happy, and it hurt me so much to see him cry, but then again, I was so happy for him as well. So, Hiyori... she's actually also one of those female characters that I don't mind being in the series, because I think a lot of people don't really appreciate her being there, and I guess I can see why, because, you know, she kind of got cursed with this tail that she has now, and she made a promise with Yato, and who knows when that will happen. Because obviously in the second season, Yato and Hiyori kind of confess their feelings to each other, or it's really clear that they really, really like each other. So, But yeah, that's actually also a thing that I'm really, really wondering about for like the other seasons, if they will actually focus on that or not. Because I do
Yeah.
enjoy their moments a lot, and especially Yukine and Hiyori, like studying together and
Yeah.
stuff. That's really sweet. I really like them.
I do miss the parts in which she just kicked ass in season one.
Yeah, yeah,
Like we
true.
didn't
Yeah.
get that much in season two, but in season
No.
one she was always like suplexing people and stuff.
Yeah.
Because she used to like be super into fighting. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly which style, but she was like
She was
I don't
into
know if it was
wrestling.
wrestling.
Yeah, she was
She was
into
like so
wrestling.
into it, and I love that about her because she doesn't look like that type. And
Yeah.
then they kind of let that go, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
but it was
that's
so
true.
cool.
Yeah, she was pretty badass. I think the second season, it was also Yato that didn't let her fight because he was like, no, no, you shouldn't do this. You should be careful the whole time.
Yeah,
And it
I
was,
do get it,
yeah.
but I miss it.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Oh, for sure. I guess, yeah.
But yeah, what's your favorite arc? I guess.
Oh, God, that's like a really hard question.
For me, it's so easy, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I like so many of them. I definitely like the one with Bishamon and
Yeah.
Kazuma a lot, and then the one with Yato and Yukine in the first season as well. Like those two are the ones that will
Yeah.
always be remembered by me. The small ones are fun and stuff, but those two are like the most feelsy ones, I guess.
Yeah. Bishamon's is my favorite, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
it was, I think it's, like, even quality-wise, that's the one that stands out for
True,
me.
yeah.
But just in general, Bishamon, I love her character so much. Like, I like her take on the whole having regalia thing as well.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have a lot of these shows that do the one-on-one thing, like there's a pairing.
True. Yeah.
So this is like the master and this is the servant or weapon or whatever. Like Soul Eater does that. Sometimes you have some exceptions, but I've never seen a show in which a god just goes like, I'm gonna save every single one of them that I see, and ends up with like a huge family that she can't control, obviously, and that becomes her downfall. That's really, really interesting to me.
It is, yeah. And especially from seeing her from the first season and everyone hating her, and then you see her in the second season, you're like, oh, okay, I understand
She
now.
is so precious.
Yeah, she is.
And I also really like that meant that they didn't go with the easy, like, Yato used to be a psycho and he killed everybody because, and she got pissed at him.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I was expecting, and I'm so glad it wasn't like that at all.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Hopefully we will see her, because honestly, I would love to see Yato and Bishamon fighting together again, because that is so badass. That looks so nice.
And her fighting style is so different too, because she has so many options. So it's like a god Barbie doll. You can just switch it up and do whatever.
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah, it's so nice, and she has a lion and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm so I love her character. Like the whole character designs in general in the show are really good, even if the animation sometimes doesn't track it too well. But
I guess, because the character designs are really simple, but they fit the character. So I mean, it's.
And they stand out in not a very, they don't have to do the whole, this is gonna have the craziest hair in the show.
Yeah, true.
Yato really stands out for his eyes, even though, he has a sports jacket.
Yeah.
Trainers.
It just has, a jogging suit on the whole time.
That's, the least godlike outfit that I've ever seen a god in anime.
That's true. Hiyori has, the typical high school outfit, and then Yukini is a hipster with his clothes on.
I really like his clothes, actually.
Oh, me too. I like it too.
The fluff on the coat really works with his, I'm a teenager mood.
Yeah, that's true. They did a good job on that.
The real question of the show is Yato gonna get a different outfit at some point?
Except for, the crown and stuff that he... Sometimes.
Well, but that's just because he's delusional. It's not like he actually has them.
No. I don't know about that. Yukine has had different outfits throughout
Yeah.
the show.
And Hiyori too, but
Yeah.
mostly she just hangs out in her school outfit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know about Yato though.
No, but it would be nice.
It would be, yeah.
Like, he literally has the lamest outfit.
True. But he would look good with anything though, so I mean,
Exactly.
that's why he can pull it off.
We're just making fun of it at this point, but actually I'm really happy that they kept the comedy going even in the darker parts of the show
Oh, yeah.
without defaulting to let's have a hot springs episode or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. That was really, really nice. It's just like the gags are really good, but they stop when they're doing other things.
Mm-hmm. I think the difference with them, with the comedy and when they have to be serious is really good. It can get so dark so fast in the series when you're not
Right?
expecting it. So it's like, wow, okay.
I didn't expect it to have dark moments at all when I started watching. That's why, like, the phantoms right at the very beginning when you start listening to them and seeing them and they're all like so weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to get dark like that. I was like, it's gonna be just silly.
Supernatural, like normal like comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It does get really dark, which is good.
Yeah.
It's something that I really love about the show, how serious they can be.
For sure. We haven't talked about the god, what's his name? Ebisu, the one that was
Oh.
trying to tame phantoms.
Oh man, I already knew from the beginning that something was up with him, and I hated his guts, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. Like he was a good bad guy. I will say that. Like he was a good villain for me. He definitely made things interesting, but I just hated him for like getting into the family and stuff and like being a traitor. But yeah.
It's really, we're not talking about the same one, I don't think.
Oh.
I'm thinking about the second half of the show. The other god of fortune that was trying to get the brush to tame more phantoms to his service. Not the one with Bishamon.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was. Which one was that then? Because I think that one was more interesting.
Yeah, like
For me.
the first one, I agree with you, and I don't remember his name either, so that's
Yeah.
fine. I hated him so much. I hate that sort of like misunderstanding thing.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that he was just like, especially with Yukine's friend as well. Like he got a friend and
Oh
he
my
just killed
God.
him
Yeah.
as a part of his plan, and Yukine was like so upset, and everybody was so upset, and everything just collapsed
was so
because he was
sad.
like, I'm gonna do this thing, and I'm gonna try to use Yato.
That was horrible
You're
because
an
Yukine
asshole.
finally had a friend and he
I
was
know.
so happy about
And he was
it.
a regalia too, so it couldn't
Yeah.
work. And I was like, why'd you do that?
I don't know. That was horrible. That was also something where I was like, shit, I wasn't expecting this to go down so soon.
Yeah, like it was nice that you knew it was him, but at the same time, every time he was in the screen, I was like, "Arr."
Yeah.
Like
True.
stop lying to people.
But yeah, for like the second villain, I guess for
Yeah.
the second series, I got even more annoyed with him, honestly.
Really?
But the thing is, yeah, because I don't know, the whole thing with them being in a cave and all that stuff, it kind of dragged on for me. So I kind of prefer
Yeah.
like the first half. Well, of course,
Oh, yeah,
because of Bishamon, but I mean, he was a good villain, I guess. Like he wasn't bad, but it was. I think because the first part was so good, it kind of I was like, oh well, whatever. Kind of. I don't know.
I liked his character more as it went on because again, I was expecting them to just be like, okay, this is the villain of the second half of the show, and they're gonna have to fight it out.
Yeah.
And actually, he was like a super nice guy that just he went kind of not exactly, but kind of like Light from Death Note route, in which like he just wanted
guess,
to
yeah.
do so many good things for the world that he wanted a bigger power, and just like it wasn't working out.
Yeah.
He was like, I need more power to help people, but I'm getting corrupted every time and dying and coming back and doing it again.
Yeah.
Like, at some point you have to learn, bro.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know. I was kind of like, at some point, I was confused as well what to think about that character because I was like,
Mm.
what's up with him? I'm glad they actually explained, though. But,
But I agree with
yeah.
you. It wasn't as solid by any means as the
Mm.
first arc. I just found it interesting that they did something different with it still.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Mm.
at the end, he and Yaro were just broing it out so much. Like, you're gonna go to that coffee shop and have whatever you want to have in that coffee shop as a kid again.
Yeah. Oh man, that was cute though.
Yeah,
Seeing him back as a
it was
kid
really
and
cute.
stuff. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that they got Kafku back in action as well because since she's just a god of poverty, she
Oh
usually
yeah.
can't do anything.
Mm. And she's
Like,
so
you're just gonna
lovely
make it.
though.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Oh.
Like, I really like her and her regalia, whose name I don't remember.
Oh yeah, him. He's voiced by Daisuke Ono. That's all I know. But
I
yeah.
figured you know that.
But
They're
those
so
two, yeah.
nice.
They're like the mom and dad of Yato and Hiyori and Yukine, and it's really nice. Yeah, I like that too. That they were involved for like the last part of the series.
Yeah.
Mm. Hopefully
And
they
like,
will get a bigger part, maybe, because I don't know.
even in the first half of the show, like they're not very prominent, but the parts that you see them in are really nice. Like Kofuku saying she would bet on Bishamon so she would lose was that's a really like she's trying so hard to help in some way.
Yeah. Oh.
It's really nice. So yeah.
Yep.
It's just like even though it's not anything about a family, there are so many family-like moments in that show. Either with Hiyori and Yukine or just with Kofuku and I don't know, there's a lot of different bonds. It's not it looks like a very simple show and it doesn't feel like a very simple show.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess.
Because I also have, with this series, also have the problem, like, if people are like, so, explain what Noragami is about, and I'm like, like, how do I explain this simple without spoiling stuff, and I don't know.
Because, like, if you just explain the basic premise of the show, which is, like, basically Hiyori tried to save Yato, and he was a god, so he didn't die, but she lost part of, like, what ties people and their bodies together. So then she got dragged up into supernatural things because he's trying to make money. Like, that doesn't...
Yeah, that's like, that's not Noragami anymore.
anything about the show, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah.
I'm like, I guess it's about Japanese gods in a modern society would be more accurate. But still, like, if you say that to someone, they have no idea what the show is going to be like.
Exactly. It's just like, just watch it. You'll see.
It's a Kamiya Hiroshi show. That's how I'm going to sell it.
It's a bone show. It's good.
It's so good, though.
Okay. Well, I don't have much more to say, to be honest, because it's just great. And
I had more.
Oh.
No, we talked about the YOLO faces.
The YOLO faces.
Talked about, so... It was all the faces are so good.
Yeah, the comedy is great.
Yeah,
I love it.
What else? Do you talk about all of the main characters? I think so.
Well, yeah, the most important ones I feel like we have.
I think we didn't talk that much about the concept of Nora's though.
Oh, Nora. But the thing is, like, we still don't know, like you said
true.
before, we still don't know too much about her, because it is all a big mystery, because Noragami and all that stuff, and, yeah, I don't know. Wasn't he was working for her before? Or no, she was his regalia. That's how it was.
But she's been, like, everybody's regalia.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, like, we don't know what ties them together. For me, Season 2 added something to her character that I didn't get from Season 1.
Yeah.
Which is, like, one of the things that makes the second arc better for me. Like, it will never be as good as Bishamon's, but we saw her, like, trying to do everything for him to just use her.
Yeah.
Like, we saw her desperate, even though in Season 1 we kind of always just saw her showing up and being like sassy and interfering with stuff or just doing whatever, but we didn't see her being dependent on him,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah.
It just seemed like she was like after him for revenge and not, I don't know, it was a different dynamic, I
Yeah,
feel.
I agree.
So I'm more interested now than I was in season 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too, because, like, for a minute, I even kind of forgot about her, and then, especially when the whole Bishamon thing was going on, I was like, oh, right, Nora exists.
Yeah, because with the beginning of Nora is kind of like she just shows up when they need something in the plot, so it just didn't feel like her character was gonna be that interesting.
Yeah.
Especially with the end of season 1, in which she was the one waking up that other god, Rabu or whatever his name was. But then she wasn't really like important in the showdown either. So I was like, are you just gonna be the plot device?
Yeah,
But now
exactly.
it seems like maybe she isn't. And also we saw Kugaha, I think that was his name, the bad guy from the first arc,
Yeah,
was
it could
also
be.
the Nora. So we were like, there
Yeah.
are more. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see what
think.
they make out of it.
Yeah, I think she will just be like. I mean, a lot of people already thought this because it is called Noragami that she would just be like the main thing about Yato. I don't know. The main thing that will have made Yato into how he is now and how he used to be and all that stuff, which is kind of what we saw in the second season.
Yeah. I don't know if we can actually read that much into it just because Nora just means stray.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm not sure if it's connected because they also say that Yato was kind of like abandoned as a god, so it makes sense for him to be the Noragami, and then Nora just is the general word for stray that they use for all of the regalias that have more than one master. So I'm not sure if it's deliberate. I want to see why.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's not, I'm not going to be disappointed that she's not the main thing.
Oh, yeah,
because
same.
it still makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's true. But I still want her. I still want them to like have her own arc or something like that, so we can finally know like everything what is up with her.
Yeah. Well, she needs more development. Otherwise, like as it stands, I wouldn't consider her a compelling character.
Yeah, true.
I think I would like Ebisu more, even though he's just like a bro.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, and we saw Izanami in the Underworld, and that was. It was weird that she looked like Hiyori at some point.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, that was really awkward. Yeah, that was awkward. I remember that. I was like, oh no, poor Yato.
I know.
Yeah. That was interesting. I actually liked her. I think she was like creepy and interesting to see. Although it wasn't for long, but I mean.
I really liked her because, unlike some of the other gods, she feels like the most traditional Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Like I could see that being just a tale or something like that they told about the goddess of the underworld that tried to like feed rotten meat to people even though it looked amazing, just trap them in hair. Like that sounds like a very traditional horror like tale.
Yeah.
And not like just an anime. I'm a god, but I'm also a cute face all the time. So yeah, it's nice. They mix a lot of different things, and that's why it's not hard to talk. It's not easy to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, what do I say? It's just so good. How do I explain it so good?
Just tell everyone to watch it. It's good. Then
go watch it. I think that's it.
Then we'll get our third season. Buy it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it for Noragami.
Yeah. If anybody wants to ask us anything about the show that we didn't mention, we were just like saying whatever we thought.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can just ask us. We'll discuss it with you in the comments. We talk to people in the comments, so you can ask.
Yep, we reply to like everyone, so feel free to do so. So with this, I'm going to announce what we are going to do for the next episode, because we actually do have a schedule this time.
We plan things sometimes.
Yeah.
It sounds like we just rant, but we have a plan.
Yeah, we do have a plan. So Next week is going to be about our favorite comedy, either shows or manga, just anything comedy, anime, manga related. So we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that, which is gonna be interesting because we all love our comedy. So
Yay!
you can look forward to that. It's gonna be fun, and I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yep.
So yeah, we will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching.
That's our show.
That's our show. Like Miana said, if you have anything to say about the show, leave it in the comments and we will reply to you. So thanks for watching and we will see you soon. Bye.